How's that for an entrance? By the time here, we are on downwind at Kennedy. In the real weather, it's actually 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's basically Category 3 weather here at Kennedy on May 15th, 2025. We're in the TFDI MD-11. We're going to do some pattern work, a little bit of hand flying, a little bit of CAY III, a little bit of everything. That is just beautiful. And we are using the new Chase plane for 2020. As you know, right now, the MD-11 is not on 2024. Hopefully, it'll be there soon. With a lot of beautiful views on Chase plane in this beautiful airplane. Airplane that I have 2,000 hours in. Just went over 4,000 subscribers, guys. Having a lot of fun with this stuff. Not making any money. That's not the point. The point is we're just trying to give back to the aviation community. Chase plane. There it is. Playing around with it. You can also do a cinematic mode. Very cool. Well, let's get inside and let's brief up the approach. We are just on the downwind. We'll go ahead and we'll go down to here and we'll go direct to Zeedle. Direct here, wrong airplane, Zeedle. There. And we'll go nav. Zeedle. We'll go down to 2,000. Double check that. Zeedle at 2. We'll do a little level change. Go speed intervene. We'll get down to 210. And we'll brief up the approach. Okay. This will be Category 3 approach at JFK. ILS 4 right, Category 3. We've got an airport diagram. You can see that 4 right. It's a pretty short runway, about 8,400 feet, 8,000 feet. So we're going to brakes to medium. We'll go flaps to 50. We have final approach 148. We'll do about a 153 on final. Do that little flyby again. Can't get enough of this stuff, I swear. I am so into it. Oh my God. There I go. Good luck. All right, here we go. Back inside. And we'll just come in here. We're letting the magic happen. And here we go. ILS 4 right, Category 3. Pin that bad boy. And we've got a 50-foot alert height set for the ILS CAY III. We do have the equipment to do this. We will be doing an auto land. We'll see how the TFDI MD-11 does. 1095044, 1095044. We've got a 50-foot alert height set. We're going direct to Zeedle. Back in here, go direct. Zeedle, like that. Come back in here, and also we'll get the auto approach arm, because there's the course right there. Give it a little time to get all settled here. Bring the heading over. Get set up for missed approach. Slots extend, and we'll go set the missed approach altitude, which is 3,000. So runway heading is set, missed approach is set, and what could go wrong? Here we go. Here comes the course coming down. We can go flaps 15, and we'll bring this back to airspeed back to 180. And missed approach is in the box. Climb to 800. Climb right turn to 4,000. So 4,000 should have been the missed approach. I put in 3. All right, very important MD-11 that you get the missed approach altitude set and the runway heading in case they give you vectors. And here comes the course. We are low capture, and here it comes. We can go gear down. Want to be kind of configured by the time we get into heavy there. Completely configured on a Category 3. All right, gears down in green. Go flaps 28. And our speeds on the MD-11, flaps 28 at 210 and 190 for flaps 25. So we can go to flaps 25. Flaps 35 rather. And we can start bringing the airspeed back. It should have captured that glide path. Here it comes. We're down right now. Here it comes. And we're below 175, flaps 50, 4 landing checklist. Right, we got the brakes armed, spoilers armed, 4 landing checklist is complete. Flaps are coming to 50, flaps are set at 50, and we can bring this back to, we'll go 155 on the final approach. Right, this approach is all set. Here we go. Glide slope capture, load capture. We're going. We'll do this, we'll land, then we'll use FSiPanel, see if we can put ourselves out to do another approach, maybe an RNAV. Little view. There we are. Alright, now we're looking for, no sense looking outside, it's too scary, right?
Stabilizer motion.
Dual land, out of 1,500 feet. And this time the FO stays inside the entire time, the captain's inside, outside, starting at about 300 feet. See anything 1/3 of a dot, 1/2 a dot on the glide slope, 1/3 of a dot on the force. You'd execute a go around, this approach, don't mess around with it. Once you're on the runway, if it's a center line issue, call out center line, we'll come to the autopilot. Otherwise, we'll plan on letting the aircraft land itself. Stable target, sinking 700. Looking for the runway at 3, starting at 300. Captain will be inside, outside. Again, half dot, glide slope. 1/3 of a dot on the localizer. Inside, outside. I see the approach lights.
200.
Approach lights in sight.
Approaching minimum. Approaching minimum.
I just have the runway.
100.
Just watching the course here.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Beautiful. All right, let the nose lower, then bring it in. Starting to drift to the center line.
Autopilot.
Have to take off the autopilot. Correct the center. We're 3 in reverse. Very cool. Coming out of reverse, 80 knots. Yeah, see how we started to drift? So you call center line, click the autopilot off. And we're going to stop here. And we're going to see if FSiPanel can put us back out on final. We'll do something else here. FSiPanel, set up, position. How about we do a short final? Move the aircraft. Preparing the aircraft. See if we'll put us back out there. That was real cool. Should go airborne here in a second. There we are. It's positioning. Beyond cool. That's FSiPanel positioning us. It's descending on down to 1,000 feet, I do believe. You can see I'm not touching anything. And what JP is doing through the miracle of FSiPanel is setting up the approach. It's going to go direct to, what are we on? 4 left, it looks like. All right, so this is a little more complicated. We are set up at 4 left. So we wait until the aircraft is ready. The aircraft is ready. There's the local capture. Let's make sure that we are going direct to the runway. In case we gotta go missed approach, they're direct to the runway. We'll go flakes medium. Spoilers are armed. Approach is at landing 50, 153. We're at 1,000 feet coming in. This is going to be complicated because we're going to end up doing a go around here because there is no category 3 to runway 4 left. So that'd be cool. Let's do that. 110.9044. Great training. Great training. And we've got to get our DH set up here of 218. 231 on the barrow. All right, if we don't see the runway, remember at 200 feet, we have to be able to see the approach lights, and then we can continue down to 100 on the approach lights. At 100 feet, we'd have to see the runway. That's how it goes. All right, that looks all good. Auto brakes disarm. There we go. That's better. Hold the brakes. And we're flying. Now, if we have to go around, guys, it's going around flaps 28, positive rate, gear up 7 is approach altitude. We're going to try to see if we can see the approach lights at 100 feet and I think that's the weather still. Yeah, quarter mile, light drizzle. All right, there's low capture, glide slope capture, and dual land. So we're good for Cat 3, but we're not good for Cat 3. So we're going down to 200 feet. At 200 feet, we have to, at the decision altitude, we're going to have to see the beginning of the approach lights. And at 100 feet, we'll have to see the runway. So let's go to 4,000 in here. And runway heading is set. Very cool. What great training. Excellent training. Five 500 feet, stable target. Sinking 7. 300. Looking for the approach light, guys.
300. Minimum.
All right, no runway lights. Going around, flaps 28. Positive rate gear up, same as approach altitude. This approach altitude is set. When we get up above 1,000 feet, right about in there, we can spin up and go level change. 4,000 and tell them that we are executing this approach. There's flaps are track. All right, and that's it. Cleaning it on up, down to the box. Turn off this, turn off that, and we just executed a perfect missed approach, guys. We're going to 3 for 4, and they give us runway heading. If they wanted us to do nav, we could. There's nav and 4,000. Beautiful. 3 for 4, and executing nav, executing published missed approach, and that is a go round. Again, great training. Let's come around to an RNAV. Do something more challenging here. How about if we go and raise the weather a little here from live weather. Turn it off. That's the ground. Altitude, top, bottom, density, coverage, clear. We'll just come around and we'll do a RNAV approach. So let's get us turned on to downwind here. Exit the missed approach. And we'll set up for an RNAV.
Stabilizer motion.
I tell you, this is just fantastic training. You know, they talk about study level aircraft and everything. I'm going to go down to 3,000. There's no such thing really, because you know it's a 2D environment. You know, you can't do it 3D, so it's kind of hard to say it's study level. But talk about high fidelity. This definitely is a high fidelity aircraft. TFDI MD-11. If I was flying the MD-11, I could absolutely prepare for my recurrent training on it. If I was going to initial training, I could absolutely use this to get ready for it. All right, let's go into here and find ourselves a CAY III, RNAV rather, charts. Go to 4 right, RNAV GPS, RNAV RNP. Let's do that one. Let's go down the box and go to 4 right, flight plan, Duffy, here. It doesn't want to do that with me, does it? They're in an RNAV. Go Yankee. Mid profile. That's a Zulu. 358. Let's go Zulu. And put in 358 here. That looks good. Insert it. Flight plan. Okay, let's do this instead, guys. Let's go KJFK.
Stabilizer motion.
KJFK, clean it up. And we'll just do 3,000. This. Everything else looks good there. Flight plan, JFK, star, and RNAV Zulu, 4 right, 358. Looks good, insert it. We likey. I know what it is. I have to price the transition. I forgot on the MD-11 I got to do a transition. RNAV Zulu. How about if we do this correctly? Here. 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 Alas. Captain Marvel. 4 right. RNAV Zulu. 358. Public typing. We're not worried. I'll do the parts. Insert. Transition none. Insert. Flight plan. And take here. Vernu. Looks good. So we'll just take out some of these other points and leave Vernu in there, and we'll start our approach. Wasn't pretty, but we're here, guys. Let's go take off. Flaps 50. Looks good. We'll go brakes medium. On the spoilers. There's Vernu out here. And it looks like Vernu's at 3,000, and we're at 3,000. Let's brief the approach. RNAV Zulu, it's 22-21, 24 June 22. Today is May 15, 2025. Ebby at 1,500, Vernu at 2,000, going down to 358. That's set. Okay. 358 is set. Altimeters, local altimeters 2992, believe it or not. Terrain all looks good. What is the mist? Vernu, Ebby, Gavo, Herbo. Vernu, Ebby, Gallo, Herbo, and 4,000. All right. So we are going to get this all set up. Go to profile in just a minute. As we turn, let's go direct to Brno now and go down to 2,000. Brno. Nav. 2,000. And Brno's pretty far out there. Brno is 6, 12, 11 miles, so we can keep the speed up for the moment. You notice that the MD-11, it does this turn point, so once we turn around, we'll straighten it out. Below 280, we can go slats extend. Give ourselves a little tighter turn radius. And we clean it up here a little bit, Brno. We're nabbing it. We'll get down and then we'll speed and review and we'll get our RNAV all set up. Now, when I was flying the MD-11 back in 92 to 97, we didn't have RNAV approaches. Man, I miss flying. I miss that airplane. I don't miss being away from home, that's for sure, guys. This is fun, some fun stuff, man. All right, so direct Brno. Looking good. Pretty much lined up. Clean it up again. You kind of have to do this with the MD-11 or it'll go back and try to correct to the original point there. That's close enough right there. Runway heading is set. We'll set 4,000 once we're inside the FAF, which will be the missile approach altitude. All right, we'll say that we're clear for the approach. We're going to go profile. And here I can set my minimums, 358, 400, and we're set to go. So we got nav, profile, looking good, 2,000. Actually, it's leveling off at 2,100. I must have pulled this a little early, but that's okay. Go across Verno at 2,000. And it should start on down here. It'll start on down. It's Verno above 2,000, so it's going to wait till we get right on the glide path. And we can go gear down. Speed below 255, flaps 15. We can get the speed back to 180. Flaps 28, we're below 210. And below 190, flaps 35. Is she going to start down here? Must be waiting because it's heavy above 1,500, so it must be waiting. And we're below 175, flaps 50, 4 landing checklist. final cruise speed of 152. Well,
Stabilizer motion.
sure doesn't look like it's doing it. What am I doing wrong here? Oh well, autopilot's wrong. Do some of this pilot stuff, as you guys said. Just turn off the flight director. Slide on down. So I'll pick up the daisies out here. Let's do a grease job landing. How's that? And we'll call it a day. I don't know what I did wrong. They'll have to think that out. That's not the point of this. Nice flying airplane. It really is. There. I think I'm starting to pick up the daisies. I'll put the aim point in the bottom of the windscreen. Not quite. Do a little flyby. Too much fun, guys.
Stabilizer motion.
I think that's the daisies right there. There they are, red over white. Put the aim point bottom quarter of the windscreen.
500.
Stable target, sinking 700.
Approaching minimum.
I'm getting a little bit low, so I'm going to bring the nose up. There we go. 2 reds, 2 whites. A little high.
300.
Oh, it's going to be a nice landing. You guys are going to be so happy with me.
200.
Cross the threshold of 50.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Ah, it's done. Not going to get any standing ovations for that one. Here we go, reverse. 3 in reverse. $80 knots coming out of reverse. We'll stop it. We'll get our bad news from FSiPanel. Landing distance 37. Nope, that's not true. 37 rated descent. Yeah, a little firm. Full landing report. Long landing, unsafe landing. I don't think we did land that long, guys. But anyway, that was fun. All right, guys. I don't care who you are, man. This stuff is just a ton of fun. Just a ton of fun. All right, so anyway, we're going backwards now in reverse. Don't see that every day either. Okay, guys, about a time from Kennedy. Hope you enjoyed that. So I know I did. I'm also enjoying going backwards. See you later. About time's out. Don't forget to subscribe.